Welcome back. You're still watching the Afia morning show, reaching you live from Enugu, Nigeria. Now, for insights into actions underway by the Abia State government, today we're joined by Mr. Ikechukwu Ukaegbu, project coordinator, Newmap-Eib. Now, Newmap-Eib stands for Nigeria Climate Adaptation, Erosion and Watershed Project, European Investment Bank assisted. Now, the project has been crucial in initiating the process of tackling the menace with other stakeholders involved in the process. Good morning, Mr. Ukaegbu, and thank you for joining us.
Yes, I can. I can hear you very well. Can you hear me?
Pleasure to have you. Yes, loud and clear, loud and clear. Could you please confirm where exactly you're joining us from this morning? We suppose Umuahia.
Yes, I'm in Umuahia. I'm in the Newmap office.
Fantastic.
In my office.
Fantastic. All right, so definitely our producers would update that. Let's now move directly into this topic. Could you help us understand what we're looking at when we see that overflowing pond in Ifeobara?
Yes. Well, thank you very much for trying to get some kind of balance. And I watched the video that you sent yesterday, and it was the first time I was seeing it, and it was quite disturbing. So, and since then, I've been trying to make sure that we can get good information that will at least take us forward. Now, the Ifeobara flood pond is 1 out of 4 of such ponds in Aba. There is the Umuagbai, there's the Ndegoro, there is the Ifeobara, and there's one other one. So there are 4 of them, and there was a concerted effort under the former Newmap phase. Okay, well, maybe you need a little bit of a background.
Go ahead.
We're presently in the second phase, like what is supposed to be a scale-up phase for Newmap. But the former phase that started in 2013 ended in 2022, and that was the one that attempted to do some work in Aba with respect to the flooding of Aba. And part of what they had in mind was to deepen like 4 of those flood basins so that it would collect, and then they would interlink using drainage structures, underground tunnels to now channel it to the Aba River. Now, so that they did quite a whole lot. They have the designs for all the 4 were done. But, you know, that project was funded by the World Bank. And so they were asked to prioritize. So they prioritized the 2 others, and the timeline for the World Bank project and their funding availability and came in June 2022. And so because the funding was pooled, they could not continue. The project had to come to a close. So that is exactly why you have Ifeobara like that, and you have the other ones, Ndegoro, Umuagbai, you know, those flood basins, they had very good plans for them. I can tell you on good authority, I have seen that the designs were done. I've seen that for the ones that they prioritized, they had done this engineering design, they had done the ESMP, which is like the social environmental safeguard, they had done the resettlement action plan. All those things were done, you know, and preparatory to going in to work on it. So, and from what I can see in the documentation available, the Umuagbai pond, even though that's not the one we're talking about, they actually started about 5% work on it. And then, of course, they tried to do some things in the Ifeobara. So, but because the project had to come to a close, they were forced to stop. And, you know, of course, the funding was pulled. And that is why you have that situation there.
Okay.
Now this. Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
All right. Let me come in there now.
Okay.
You've basically painted a picture of what caused the project to be stalled, more or less, and that is attributed to the fact that the World Bank decided to basically close its wallet, or let's say shut its pockets down. So what proactive steps is the Abia State government taking now to ensure that normalcy is ensured in that area? And on a second note, what is going to be done about those individuals who are still being classified as residents of that hazardous area?
Okay, very good question. I would like to tell them that there is hope. In the course of my discussions and having to get some clarity with respect to the status of those flood basins there, and there, I found out, and I have it on good authority, that there is a plan already being put into place, especially for Ifeobara, because of the dire situation that the residents are in. So I am not going to be going to speculate or steal the thunder from any other person. I will give you the necessary references. The Ministry of Works is in the best position, and they will tell you exactly what is going on right now. And as I speak, I can tell you that there is a plan that's already being put into motion with respect to the Omuma Road that they are fixing. The Ifeobara flood basin is part of what is planned, the remediation of that situation. So, like I said, I don't want to speak for the Ministry of Works. They have all the details. That is their project. They have started work on it. I will simply link you to the horse and let the horse speak for himself. And incidentally, the beautiful thing about the Ministry of Works responding in this regard is that the former project coordinator of this Newmap, the person that supervised and coordinated the work over the last phase, the 2013 to the 2022 phase, is now the permanent secretary, Ministry of Works. So it doesn't get any better than that.
All right. Now, just a quick interjection before Otti comes in, because that's a very important question for you. But I want to know the exact amount of money that was basically provided by the World Bank before they shut down their pockets under the previous administration, of course.
The exact amount of money that was provided for
the project, for this whole rechanneling project, how much was provided before the World Bank decided to close its account?
Well, I don't know whether I have the specific details. What we have here is the status of the work and the necessary precedences before implementation. So it hasn't gotten, we don't have specifics as to the exact amount that was provided, but suffice it to say that all the conditions that need to be met to make it a bankable project that will attract World Bank funding,
right,
those things have been done.
All right, just to clarify, did World Bank provide any funds before the project basically was stalled? Had any money been released under the previous administration when that project was underway?
That's what I'm telling you. The World Bank project had been going on from the 2013 to June 2022. So of course they did some work. There are 5 remediated sites. They have quite a number of things that they did, and the deflooding project was part of it.
Right.
So, but at the time that funding was pulled, whatever it is that was left in the pocket was recalled by World Bank.
Did they explain why? Did they explain why they pulled the funds?
They figured that the runway had come to a close. It's, the project was initially supposed to be for, I think, 5 or 6 years. Additional funding came in, it was stretched and, went almost 9 years. So right, at the point they got to, and they said, look, we can't keep having more projects going on. We need to be able to shut down at a certain point. And that's what they did. And like I said, this is actually, I don't want to be second guessing. I'm going to link you to the person that will give you first-hand information on what happened then. And then we'll also take you into what exactly the plans of Ministry of Works.
Thank you. That'll be fantastic. Otti, go ahead.
Okay, let me like a sign of relief, by the way, hearing that, yes, they're putting into consideration trying to, fix this, right? But my question is, like an insider, when is this going to manifest? Are we going to experience it now, or maybe during the dry season, considering the effect
of the rainfall? Yes.
That the timeline for implementation will be better reviewed and explained by the responsible MD. But I can tell you for sure that it is already a plan that they have set into motion.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you so much. We're out of time at this point in time, no pun intended. Thank you for joining the show today, Mr. Ukaegbu, and we'll continue to monitor these developments as the week progresses. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right.